Here's a fun one for you. This is an L&F 2802 with the laminated bolt. 7 levers, 4 different lever heights on here. I've loaded the pin and cam tool up, all with D pins, which are the lowest lift. Let's pop that in there. There's nowhere near the same amount of slop in this lock as there are in others. So I'm going to pick the tension up there. I'm going to lift the first pin, and I get an immediate reaction with the lock dropping into anti-pick. There you go. Now, anti-pick is a great diagnostic tool, and the only way that this could go into anti-pick is if the levers that have the maximum lift have the anti-pick notch at the bottom. So if we find out which levers are in anti-pick, we can change the pin heights on those to the highest lift. So 1 was loose and 2 is loose. 3 is spongy and in anti-pick. 4 is spongy and definitely in anti-pick, as is 5. 6 is loose, and 7 is spongy and in anti-pick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap these pins out. I'm going to swap all of the levers that were in anti-pick from a D to an A, so going from the minimum to the maximum height lift on these pins. So there we go, that was 7. Now I'm going to do 3. We'll put a maximum in there. Let's do 4. As logic dictates what we're doing here, we always react to what happens with the pin and cam tool. So if they're in anti-pick on the lowest lift, they have to be the highest lift lever. And then with those highest lift levers in there, we had to lift pin 1 for it to jump into anti-pick. So again, logic states that if you lift a pin and you get a reaction, then you lift that pin up. So that was on a D, so I'm now going to change that up to a C. So that's the second lowest lift. These ones are really tricky to get in there, so bear with while I just fiddle that pin into that hole at the back there. There we go. So now, based on the feedback only and nothing else, I've built the key up. So let's pop it into this lock. Remember, this is a pin and cam tool and not a makeup key. But look at that. We have actually it's a little bit sticky. We have there literally just made ourselves a makeup key, and this is pure fluke. With the bitting inside this particular lock, I'm pretty certain this is going to happen 1 in a million times. But how funny is that? But it does show you that with a pin and cam tool, with everything at the lowest lift there, when we popped the first lever up, it gave us all the feedback that we needed to be able to get this lock open really quickly. So there we are. What a great tool.